And welcome back to the Players Lounge. This is More Than Hoops. My name is Jordan Gainey.
Cade Phillips.
Jahmai Mashack. And we're here with a very, very special guest.
Grant Hurst.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Welcome,
Yes, sir.
Grant. Welcome, Grant. Before we get started, we got to get to the Graduate Hotel. We'd like to say thank you guys so much for supporting this. The best hotel in Knoxville, on the Strip. And again, we got to give a big shout out to our fans. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a show.
Maybe leave a comment. You know, you got an idea, something.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you guys like.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into it, fellas. We're gonna get straight to our special guest, Grant Hurst, and we're just gonna ask you to tell us a little bit about yourself, Grant.
I've been waiting for this one.
Yeah.
I've been really waiting.
The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
All right.
So there's no time. Take your time.
So my path to UT came straight out of high school. I went to a school called UT Martin, and I was there for 2 years. I played a year and redshirted, and then I entered the portal, and it led me to UT. I've been a UT fan my whole life, and I'm so blessed and fortunate to be able to come back and be a part of something that I always dreamed of. So thank you all for having me.
Yes.
And, glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
So you said you grew up being a UT fan. Tell us a little more about you growing up, where you're from, and what you remember of UT growing up.
Well, I was born actually at UTK's hospital, which is pretty unique. And my whole life I had season tickets to football games. Of course, always came to the basketball games. And my entire life, all I've ever known is waking up on Saturdays excited to cheer on the Vols. So it's always been a thing of, or something I've looked forward to. And now that I'm a part of it, it's super special.
It's good to know. With that being said, you kind of talked about a little bit about your journey growing up in Tennessee and Knoxville and, cheering for the Vols. But you actually have a lot of, I would say, Division I experience, So talk a little bit about how you got to UT Martin, what kind of went into that, and the, time you played us. It was a great moment. But, the experience that you had being a Division I player and, stuff like that.
Well, I can actually pull up this great picture of me guarding Jahmai Mashack right here.
I'm pretty sure I scored. No, I'm playing.
But yeah, I just like everybody else, I put in the time growing up in high school. Early mornings, late nights, and ultimately earned a Division I scholarship, and always grateful and blessed for that. And God's plan. Never would have imagined I ended up here, but somehow I did, and I'm super, super thankful for that.
Going into the portal after UT Martin, I know you just said it wasn't really a plan, but once you got into the portal and you saw that a walk-on position here was that something that you were kind of aiming for, or was it just something that just came up and you were like, let's try it?
Well, as I mentioned, God's plan. I was set to commit to a school in my hometown in Cleveland, Division II school called Lee University, and then 2 hours before that, Rod called me.
Wow, really?
2 hours. I was in my Tennessee hoodie at a Dollar General getting ready to go buy some toothpaste, and then I look at my phone. It says, potential scam, and it says Rod Clark, and I was like, I knew the name, so I immediately go to Twitter and I start searching up his name, and I go, what in the world? And my sister is also a very talented athlete, and at the time my mind initially went to, there's no way my little sister is so good at basketball that the men's team is calling me about her. But ultimately it ended up being, for me, have an opportunity to be a walk-on here, and I was just blown away. And then I obviously rerouted and started to think about what it would look like, and then I ultimately committed here, and I've loved it ever since.
Dang, that's crazy. Did they say how they even got your contact information?
I think Rod remembered just my name, because Austin P was where Rod was at the time.
Oh, okay.
And that was the same conference as UT Martin.
Gotcha.
And I think he remembered my name just probably through like recruiting and whatnot, probably at similar tournaments.
Shout out to Rod.
Shout
out Rod Clark.
Glad you called our boy, man. Glad you called our boy,
man. Glad you called him.
I am too. So that's how I think Rod found out. And then there was a mutual person that Rod knew from Kansas City, where he's from, and he was my GA at Martin, who actually, his name was DJ. He went to Link the year after you left, which is funny.
That's wild.
It's a small world.
It is a small world.
So Grant, tell me some of the biggest differences and challenges from going to a mid-major to here, because like myself, I came from a mid-major to here. And I feel like me and you have some of the same challenges and differences.
Yeah, I would say the biggest difference is, man, the travel. Oh my gosh, we went from rags to riches. Not that charter buses aren't nice, but driving from the arena to the airport 30, 45 minutes is a lot better than a 7-hour car ride back home. So I would say that's probably the biggest difference. But then just the quality of teams you're playing. But on the everyday basis, you're just nicer facilities, bigger campus, and definitely the resources all around are just, I mean, I don't have to tell you, but these guys, they don't really know.
They've been here.
That's true. I really don't know.
They don't, like, every time I walk into the locker room, we got food, it's hot and ready. Like, we had friggin' Twix bars on our nutrition station with some cereal.
We ain't have a nutrition station. After practice, you got to go home and cook. Better hope Chick-fil-A still open, because the calf closed at 7.
Yeah.
You ain't making it to the calf.
I mean, I feel like I got a little bit, but not like at the college level. It's just my high school. I went to a public school all 4 years. So like when I first stepped foot on the campus and like how it went down, like we didn't have a locker room. Like we just had a room with a bunch of chairs, and it was dirty, and we didn't really have a lot of like stuff like that. So I think it's kind of like what you were saying, like just the experience of, wow, like this facility is mine. Like I can use this gym whenever I want. Like, dang, we have a weight room. We have our own locker room with a name on it. It is surreal. Yeah, it is surreal. But the one question I did have too was, the year that we had last year obviously was an amazing, amazing year, and it was your first year on the team. How was it to get that experience of not only going from, like you said, to a mid-major to a high major, but also being a part of a group that actually will be in Tennessee's history as one of the greatest teams ever, and for your name to be a part of that? How is that for you, or has that really sunk in, or have you really even thought about it like that?
In the moment last year while we were still playing, it was definitely cool to be a part of. Every team wanted to knock us off. We were typically the best team that year that our opponent had played, and it was really cool. Like I can remember the Maui tournament was really like my first, like eye-opening experience. I mean, even you, like we played 1, 2, and then we came home and played at Carolina, and it was like, oh my goodness.
Crazy. That was crazy.
But I think the coolest thing was just being a part of it. March Madness. Like I was joking in the weight room the other day when we were warming up. I was like, man, I used to sing that song March Madness with tears in my eyes. But now last year it was really cool to just be a part of it, and like even getting to play an NCAA tournament game, and then moving on to the next round in Detroit, being a part of an Elite Eight game, and in our opinions, we were one game away from the national championship.
Yeah,
so, we had a lot of things to be proud of last year, but it was a lot of fun.
Man, that's crazy. And like even talking about the March Madness stuff, bro, like that, like I really truly don't understand like how many people don't get to experience that. Yeah. Like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Cause I was at home when I was in high school, just wishing I was in that, tournament and excited for whenever it came on. And yeah, no, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So, fellas, we just came off
Start with the last shot.
3 games, 3 big games. Every game we play is very big. Let's go back to Louisville.
Mm.
Let's just talk about the atmosphere, final game results, and just all around how we felt about everything that happened about that game. Yeah, we do have a big time performer over there.
No. I mean, it was a cool environment. You know,
was.
Louisville is like historically, you know, one of the almost blue bloods, you know, and so their stadium is one of the few that's bigger than ours, and they had a whiteout for us, which was pretty sick. You know, for a half there, they were pretty excited.
Yeah.
And so
For a half.
I wouldn't even say a half. Maybe like 5 minutes.
I didn't say that. But yeah, it was a good win to go into a road environment like that. You know, that was our first true road test this year, and you know, to go out and execute what we wanted to do like that was a pretty good stepping stone to start the year.
It was. I say I like how we bounced back from, you know, our first game against Gardner-Webb. It wasn't our best, you know. We definitely had mistakes. First real game we had. Then to see how much we improved from one game to the next was just amazing for us to see, for all of us to see, really. You know, everyone played their role, locked in on key scouting reports, everything. Just everyone played phenomenal, I feel like, and especially in a tough environment. There's nothing more you can ask for.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. Like Cade said, like to go into an environment like that, like that's one of the stadiums that like I definitely wanted to go and play in. You know what I mean? Like it's just so surreal walking into that stadium, walking into that arena, and seeing like the crowd, because people were excited. Like they were excited for this Louisville team. So we knew, like, even when Rod sent us the Twitter stuff of the coach hyping up everybody around campus trying to go to the game, and they definitely showed out. Like, they definitely showed out. The whiteout was crazy. Sitting like walking onto the court, getting ready for the jump ball, and just like really, I took a second to just like look around and like take in everything, because you know these are once in a lifetime opportunities. So you know, definitely seeing that was amazing. But I think we killed it. Like I think we did everything we were supposed to do on the scouting report, locked in, and made sure the moment wasn't too big for us. You know, we definitely just took our time, executed what we needed to execute, and I think we played a great defense. Our offense was really good, so I'm just glad we were able to come out with the win, honestly.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How was your experience with it?
It was fun. I had some fans chirping at me.
Yeah, it happens.
But yeah, we executed well. The first 16 minutes of that game, we dominated them. I think it was it 38-20 or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was something crazy.
I looked up at the score at one time, and they had 12 points, and we had played 12 minutes. And I was like, oh, they're probably questioning some things over there. But
oh, my gosh. It's so funny because in the huddle, I remember being like, don't look at the score. Like lock in on what we're doing right now. Meanwhile, I'm looking at that score. I'm like, dang. I'm like, we killing it right now. We killing it. But nah, it was a great game. It was fun.
Then we went on to Montana.
Last night.
It was a great game, great all-around game. And my boy got in. My boy was in that fire yesterday.
I was.
Yes, sir.
He let that three go from deep. Boy,
We all thought it was
Let it go.
We all
Can't miss
thought
him
it
on the first one.
I did. That one's gonna be y'all.
He did.
I'll
You
say
know, he did.
I missed him.
We're not gonna spend too much time on it, but he
But he
definitely
did get the shot. He got the shot off.
He did. I'm glad he shot it.
Me too.
No,
I'm like, you go in the game, bro. You gotta shoot it, bro.
It was logo.
It was deep. It was
Way
deep.
back there.
We were talking about it. We were like, I was looking at the shot. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's going in. And Grant was telling me, he was like, yeah, I shot that to the moon. I was like, yeah, no, you did, bro.
Listen, I don't know if y'all can find the clip anywhere, but I saw the clip today, and Grant thought that thing was in there. he shoots it, and his feet fluttered a little bit, and he started running back on defense.
I told Cade, I said, I didn't think it was going in. I just wanted it to go in.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. Nah, everybody was hyped for it. I love moments like that, you know, when you guys play, you guys get in. Because you guys work especially this year, you guys have worked so hard in practice, and like, you know, guys being out or guys being sick or whatever it may be. Like, you guys are in there practicing, getting yelled at just like everybody else, making mistakes just like everybody else. Like you're really
Just get off.
No, literally, bro.
You don't want to guard. Get Gavin in.
Get Gavin in.
I really don't think the fans really understand like what you like, how much you do and what you do and what you take from people.
Man.
And give them a little bit of like a rundown of practice. It could be a good day, a bad day. Just give them a little taste of your day.
Oh my god.
Well, I will say this. Last year during Media Day, they interviewed us all, and some random reporter came up to me and asked me a little bit about, just my summer so far and my takeaways. And I said, well, I'm new here, and I'm not the most important guy in the room, but Coach coaches me like I'm about to go out there and play 30 minutes. And last year my roles changed a little bit since last year, just as far as practicing because we're lower on numbers. But man, he coaches everyone the same, and I don't just say that because of my position. I mean that, and they would back it up. I mean, I've been kicked off the court. I've the whole 9 yards. So Coach definitely, he doesn't have favorites, but he definitely. He gets his yelling in.
I feel bad. Like the most I feel bad for you guys is when we're like everybody's playing. You guys are sitting like watching, and everybody's playing. We're going up and down, up and down. Everybody's like warm, and I'm like seeing you guys like stretch, like make sure y'all stay warm. And then like you guys will stop for a second, and then as soon as you guys stop stretching, stop warming up, somebody gets hurt or somebody has to go off and you guys have to jump right in. I'm like, dude, they just sat or stood for like the last 45 minutes and now they have to guard Zakai Ziegler coming downhill. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say, don't get it twisted. Grant did have like the third most mileage on the team. What was it, last week? 2 weeks ago? It's been pretty consistent where he's in that fire.
He's in that fire. He's in that fire.
He's in that
sure.
fire.
He's in that fire.
With JP being down and in and out, and D Stone, and then Chaz's foot. I've been our 9th and 10th man for the majority of the
summer, and
preseason, fall, and definitely everyone was getting it in summer because we were all tired.
Oh my gosh! I remember it was a practice. I think like pretty much every walk-on like practice. Like I'm almost certain that it got to the point that so many guys were out that we were playing every single walk-on, and the only scout
CC, Isaiah, Riley,
GAs are
anybody that could practice, we tried. So.
I would say as great team members, great team.
I'm a part of that.
I know.
For sure.
There have been times where I have looked up and I've personally been in trouble, so I've been doing conditioning on the side, or so one of us has been in trouble, and we've got a group of like me, JG, and 2 GAs and Grant, and I'm looking around. We're going up against Chaz, Z, Igor, and the whole squad, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
You gotta do whatever we gotta do.
There's been a few of those moments where I'm looking around like, okay. But then,
man.
we hope that we've had those groups hold our own, and we've won a few. We've won a few of those. But
I try to take as many grenades away from JG as I can. I got to keep that practice percentage up.
Nah, for real.
Me and Shap and Lucas talk about that often. It gets down to 5. Don't swing it to JG. Just shoot it.
Let it fly.
Oh my God, that's funny.
That is for real.
Grenades are late clock, dead giveaway catch and shoots that aren't going in.
Literally.
Grant
You
is
hit one last time though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The step back on
Sidestep.
Cam.
Yeah.
Bank.
Glass.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I would say Grant is a specialist of falling away 3-pointers. If he is off
Absolutely.
balance, it's going in.
It's going in.
It's
That's
going
probably
in.
what you should have did in the game. You probably should have faded more, bro.
Yeah, faded from 35 feet.
Little paint picture-esque.
No, literally.
Pro comparison.
Yeah. Y'all excited to go to the Bahamas, man?
I can't wait.
Bahamar.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Spoke my language, man. Spoke my
I ain't
language.
never been out there.
Yeah.
First time.
I think it's gonna be the first time this group is gone on like a trip, right?
Yeah.
Like not just for a day, but for more than a couple of days. We're gonna spend some time with each other, going out, JG going shopping and stuff, and
I'll be at the casino. They ain't got no store. I'll be at that casino though.
Oh, I got some. So last year's team got to go to Italy, and that was great. That's a whole different podcast. But, I want to ask y'all, what are some of y'all's favorite takeaways from the preseason? So we went to Soki Mountain. We went paintballing.
Yeah.
We went main event. But I want to hear everybody's favorite story from paintball because that was a lot of fun.
I just see the thing with me, I get overly competitive, and so like I was really upset because like the guys that I picked, because me and Z were team captains, right? You guys obviously know they don't. Me and Z were team captains. I picked my team. Z picked his team. My team was winning. My team was winning until we got cheated. We literally got cheated. We literally got cheated. Before anybody could even say start, all we see and feel are just paintballs. Like, I'm like, dang, man. Like, before anybody said go or anything, they just start going. And so I'm chalking that up to cheating. So I think after that game, I was kind of over the whole thing because I'm like, I see where this is going and it's not going to end well. So I was just going to applaud from the back.
Let's just say there was a lot of cheating going on in the paintball. Our rules were very loose. You know, if you got hit, you weren't really out. It was really until you like were hurt enough to where you didn't want to take anymore. And that's when you got out. But nah, paintball was hilarious. G jumping in. So we had G, our strength trainer, Garrett Mendenwall, hop in. And I don't know if y'all have ever heard an interview or seen him before, but just imagine him running around with a paintball and
doesn't want to get out.
No, gotta find what makes it.
In a t-shirt, I might add, that is probably a double extra small. Arms are popping out of it, and he's running around.
The Incredible Hulk.
Literally, I had like a Black Ops 6. I promise you, bro. I'm like, he's sitting right there, and like he's shooting at somebody else, and I like creep up. And like, you know how we have the surrender rule?
Yeah.
And so I was like, you want to surrender? I'm like literally like tap his shoulder. He turns around. I'm like, you want to surrender? Before he even said yes or no, I start firing. And he refused to get out. I'm like, G. Man, that dude, he was taking bullets, man. I was like, oh my gosh.
There was a lot of good memories from the paintball.
Yeah, it was.
There was one time I tried to sneak up on Grant.
Oh no. Didn't work
go
out.
to. He got me right in the face. And I'm like, yo, I thought I had you. He's like, nah, I saw you coming.
I gotta add one more. So paintball, the rules are obvious. You get hit, you're out. Our strength coach G left with 8 paintball marks after round 1.
That shouldn't be possible. That shouldn't be possible. Oh my God.
And he's like, I can't feel it, dude. I can't feel it.
It's just splatter. It's just splatter.
Said, gee, no, we literally seen him shoot you.
He's flinching. He's like,
I'm not hit. I'm like, gee, come on, man. Oh my gosh, man.
I wish this group would have got to go to Italy. We were fortunate enough to where all 4 of us got to experience Italy together.
But that means we've got to make Bahamas like Italy.
That is true.
But just while like, you know, playing them competitive games, locking in with that. But we just got to make that our Italy.
Yeah.
Thanks. That last night.
Just spit.
Hey, the last night, man, it's gonna be
Get that dub at 9 a.m.
boy, and just have fun the rest of the
Go to the
time.
water park.
We gonna have some stuff planned.
Yeah.
We gonna have some stuff planned
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure. For sure.
Definitely.
For sure. You know, obviously our team's doing well, but our special guest here, you know, you have some special ties to the Lady Vols, right?
I do.
You know, specifically, you know, I'll let you talk about
Miss
that.
Avery Strickland. Yes! Number 13, my girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been off to a great start, 3-0, I believe, 3-0. Putting up a lot of points, beating teams by a lot of points.
Man.
And there's some excitement around the Lady Vols this year. Most season ticket holders in a long time.
I've never seen someone so serious watching a game in my life. He's more serious watching their game than he is our games. I'll sit here and I'll see him watch our games. He's like, oh, cool, good job. If he's watching the Lady Vols, he's, oh, that's a terrible call. Oh my God, that's a terrible call. I'm like trying to talk to him because I go to a lot of Lady Vol games too. I'll see Grant there, and I'm just like, you know, chit chatting with my teammate, you know. And he's just out of nowhere. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. I'm like, oh my God, he's serious about this. But nah, they actually have been playing extremely well. I'm excited for this new team, kind of new unit. Doing the 5-in, 5-out thing.
A lot of fun to watch.
A lot of fun to watch. Pressing the whole game. I'm like, ooh, man.
Different style of play.
Different style of play for sure. Different style of play. But I think it's gonna work. I think they're gonna do well. I know people are excited to see them play against bigger and better competition always. So when the SEC comes, we'll see how that matches up. But I think they're gonna do amazing.
Definitely. Well, guys, I had to just say thank you, and thank you to Grant.
Man,
Yeah.
We know how hard it was for you to come here, and you're such a busy schedule, and just to make time for us it means a lot.
It's
Yeah,
an honor.
I had to get in 1,000 shots today. I had a session with G. Played Campbell in some NCAA.
Yeah.
School, of course.
Yeah.
That too.
Hectic day, and we appreciate you so much for
no,
coming.
thank you for the
Appreciate you.
time, man. Thank you for the time.
And we like to give a great shout out to the Graduate Hotel, the most beautiful hotel in Knoxville, located right here on the Strip. Make sure you guys come stay here, not this weekend, but maybe next weekend or this weekend, whenever you guys want to come. But make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications.
Yeah.
Kill
We'll
that.
be back in your living room,
Kill that.
on your cell phone, wherever you may watch.
Oh, you're on the roll.
More Than Hoops.
Oh my gosh. JG killed
More
that.
than hoops.
More than hoops.
And we'll see you guys next time.
See you. Yes, sir.
Peace out, y'all.